Welcome, Jean. Welcome
Hey,
back.
Emily, how are you?
I'm great. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
Good deal. Here we are back with another episode of No Commercial Breaks. This time, we're going to talk about what's in a bundle and how we can pivot and adapt maybe from how we had traditionally launched it to being able to change it and bring more value to bundling services in today's market, which is all about streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
Yeah, for sure. Let's dive into it.
So I guess the big question is, how many of you have bundled in the past and how many do? And what should we consider doing in the future? And as we talk through this, the past bundling is definitely different than what it looks like now. So if you want to give a little bit of what that historically has looked like for everybody.
Yeah, I think when we first talk about the bundle, like everyone thinks back to, the traditional cable bundle or, the telco bundle of, internet, whatever speed it was, bundled with your video product and your landline, your phone.
Yep.
And so that was the triple play. And then as people got more and more used to just using their cell phones and getting rid of the landline, that just seemed like, a waste of money to be paying for that phone. And so then, the double play of just the internet and the video. But then as more and more people went to streaming and, realizing that they could get what they wanted from a subscription of Netflix and Disney Plus and Amazon, then they didn't want the video part of the bundle anymore.
Yep.
So then it just became internet. And I think our, ISPs were realizing, well, now we're losing people on these products and the bundle was a good thing for us, a good thing for our customers.
Yep.
So then it, you have to reinvent the bundle, I guess, then,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. So what can you put with that internet that gives your customer some value and makes them want to keep having, everything on one bill with you?
Mhm.
And it's funny, I think what I'm really seeing from a lot of ISPs is they are launching phone, but not landline, cellular. And so
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot of even the smallest telcos are now having a cellular play to then, put that phone element back in the bundle. And so I think that's really going to be interesting. And we were talking offline before this about how you can't go to Costco without being accosted by the AT&T guys trying to get you
Right.
to switch to their plan. And, just if you watch anything that has commercials, it's all these commercials for, different cellular plans and home internet from the cellular companies. So it's really, it's something that people really want to have you committed to their cell phone plan.
Oh, for sure. And it's truly like history's repeating itself, because I remember when I came into this space, some of the companies had still had they'd partnered and offered cell services, and then they got out of it. And now to think that they're actually looking into it again. Some other thoughts too on how to bring more value with what a bundle could be is upsell services that you offer, like managed Wi-Fi.
Yep.
So because the distribution's changing and everybody seems to be going streaming, solve that pain point by offering the managed Wi-Fi and don't make them do IT and whatnot.
Yep.
Even residential, MDUs and residential both. I think there's a value there.
Yep, for sure.
I was just talking to my coworker whose son lives in Madison area, and she was just complaining that in 2 years the internet bill has gone up $20. And I said, well, are you getting anything more? And they're like, no. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And it makes me think, could you put certain content even? I know some of our affiliates have included locals for a certain package to upsell the bandwidth. So because there's more money to be made on the internet pipe versus video, but what value can you bring that's not going to that is going to be beneficial to the subscriber base? And another thing we've talked about on some of these podcasts is community content, right?
Yep, for sure. I mean, we own that content. So there are local channels and we can partner with our neighboring telcos and, the other neighboring telco. And we can develop a whole region-wide, bundle of community channels. And then you could, sell that with your broadband, or you could include it with your broadband subscription. Someone that subscribes to your highest level of broadband, and you throw in, this OTT package of community channels that, that will never be available through YouTube TV or through Direct TV, or, it's a unique thing that when you subscribe to your local provider, you get this awesome local content.
Yep.
I think that would be a great way to start it out. But I also hope we get to the point where, our programmer friends who always talk about wanting to have a partnership, maybe they should really partner with us on having packages or streaming packages that we can include with our broadband subscriptions. Because, nothing frustrates me more to see some of these ads from like Verizon and, whoever.
Yeah.
And, you get a free year of Disney Plus with your Verizon subscription. Well, where's our free year of Disney Plus for our broadband customers? Because we pay them month after month after month, and Verizon's not paying them, So I just feel like if these programmers truly want to have a partnership, then let's investigate some of these things that they could do to help our business. And broadband is our bread and butter, but we do a great job with TV. We've helped them all along, supporting their networks, paying their monthly subscriber fees. And now that, more and more people are streaming, it feels like sometimes they're forgetting how they got to where they are.
Exactly.
And, they should remember who helped them get there. And then, let's keep this going, but also look at the new ways we can partner together. And so, I think like a bundle, of internet and, Disney Plus or HBO Max or, whatever, streaming app, and then a cell phone. A customer would probably like that bundle.
Oh yeah, for sure. It simplifies everything. Just pay the one for all the entertainment services that you need and call it a day. And also, TV everywhere never really took off because it's so clunky. Now, you could argue, and the idea of it was it's a value add. Like you're paying through your regular cable bill for those rights so you can take it wherever you want. But now with the direct to consumer, just downloading the app and having the ability to stream that content wherever. And I understand it might be different content in some cases, but why can't Fox One's direct to consumer, which I'm not even sure if they've announced it or if it's going to be that way, but can't we, if we have a cable subscriber, have the ability to take that content instead of having to deal with the clunkiness of TV everywhere? Because that would be huge.
Yeah, why can't we make our own Fox One bundle with the same channels and do the same thing, and like offer us, the same thing of what they're going to go direct to consumer with. Let us do the same thing for our customers. And seems so simple, doesn't it?
We just have to work together.
yes, let's work together on this kind of thing. So, I think people thought that they didn't like the bundle because they were overpaying for something that they weren't using. Like there was some element of it that they weren't using, so it was a waste of money. And then when they broke up their bundle and went kind of to the a la carte services, then they did the math and they're like, well, wait, now I'm paying more than I did in that bundle, even though I wasn't using a certain element. And, it's kind of like the TV packages, the, basic and expanded basic. Well, it costs $120. Then you start breaking it up in all your different streaming packages. You might as well just go back to the $120 package that you had before. But people want the mobility, right? That's what they want, the mobility of it. So again, let us have the same mobility for your channels that you allow in your app. And then that would drive people back to our bundles.
And what our members and affiliates can provide, for sure. And we all want control, by nature. We all want to control everything. So that's what they thought they were getting, breaking everything apart, and come to find out, oh yeah, well, I'm getting a lot less for paying more.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you don't watch it.
Yep. Well, I just think we solved one of the world's problems right here.
I think so too. Another great discussion.
Yeah, another good discussion. All right.
Well, I guess I don't have a whole lot more to add. How about yourself?
I don't either. Like I said, I think, if people could just come together on some of this stuff and be creative, and we could put some real good bundles together. And
if they want to share, like what would be their big audacious goal? What kind of bundles would they like to see? Not guaranteed that we can do it, but it'd be interesting just to collaborate with people and figure out what it is that they're interested in, and see if with our partnerships and relationships, can we try to make something happen?
Yeah, put that in the comments, everyone. Tell us what kind of bundles you'd want to see, what partnerships would be relevant to your business, and it all starts with an idea, right? And
oh, absolutely.
so
Awesome.
Well, thanks, Emily. It was good to catch up, and
always.
We'll chat again soon.
Yes, you bet. Thanks, Jean.
Yep, you too.